Hi guys, 732 of your crew back. I'm Mikey.
I'm Eddie.
And I'm Mike.
And we're back with some Fringe. Now, as of last episode, we had the whole brain episode, finding out Walter had part of his brain removed, as well as we saw that there's some sort of, method to the madness, and Alexander Bell's behind it.
I still don't believe this.
William Bell. I'm sorry, why do I keep saying Alexander Bell?
You just really like telephone.
Yeah, I do.
You just really like it.
Yeah.
And I think this episode Charlie comes back from the dead.
Yeah, oh god, imagine.
Would you leave me alone?
I'm excited to find out what happens, though, because this is going to be a great time. Hopefully moving the plot in towards the other universe, because I want to go back. Because that place is the most interesting thing to me right now. But yeah, we got to keep watching to
That
find
is
out.
the main plot.
I still want Sam Squanch.
Yeah, I got more people.
You did get
I know,
more people.
dude.
All right, let's
I
see.
got the death of my favorite character. Yeah.
That happens-
Going well for all of us.
That happens often for you.
That's not very nice.
Well, we got to find out what happens now. Thanks for joining us. We're starting 3, 2, and 1.
Try that little rock twist thing I do. That usually soothes her. It
Oh, he's
worked?
dying.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, sweetheart. I have to go.
Oh, he's
A
dead.
family man police officer is super dead.
Hey, man, you all right?
Why don't you hop in, Teddy?
It almost looks like Dennis from It's Always Sunny. A little
A
bit.
little bit.
I can see it.
I'm sure as soon as they see you,
What?
Hey, Jonathan.
oh my God.
God, if I
You
wasn't
died.
looking at him myself, I wouldn't believe we caught one.
I always thought they were nut jobs.
Was his hair just covering his face?
No. His face was totally different.
How much you want to bet somebody in the proper channels leaks it to the...
Uh-oh.
Oh, what? What the fuck?
There's a gang of them?
This is crazy.
I'm sorry.
This show is always...
They got some Hills Have Eyes people.
Yeah, this show's always different with things. That's weird. What'd you read? What'd you say?
No, I'm wondering...
Care to share?
Please?
Appalachian people.
Where's New York?
Why do I have to go in there?
I mean, that means it could be.
Because we're out of
Yeah.
milk.
I was gonna say, Mike,
And because you
run
haven't
from
left the house in
Virginia to
over a
New
week,
York,
and you can't
or
just
Maine,
stay
all
inside
the way
watching
up.
old movies all the time.
Disagreed.
Ocean's 11.
It's a good movie.
I will never let you get kidnapped again,
Oh.
okay?
I'm learning to appreciate cowardice. The lion had a point. I saw a boy who looked like this once, and he played the banjo. I think it was a haunting melody. Dun 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 dun. You saw it too.
Yes, I did. It's a movie, Walter. It's called Deliverance. We saw it together.
We found it in their files. There are 30 or 40 reports in there.
It looked like a cousin of Bigfoot.
Well, that's clearly wrong. This boy bears no resemblance at all to a Sasquatch.
You're so
Confirmed it's in the universe.
Oh my god. I hate that.
You don't believe in those
Wait.
creatures.
Why shouldn't I?
Yeah, there you go, Mike. What if this is an Appalachian town story? And it's just like a... I don't know, family protecting.
Makes it Fringe, though.
I'm gonna assume they were made that way.
I guess the face shifting.
We don't know what's like special about them yet though.
They do look like Appalachian people, don't they?
Oh, calling them Appalachian people, Mikey.
What are they called?
Is that like a slur? This is why you can't say things around Mikey.
I thought it was a real thing.
No, there's like a tribe in Weird New Jersey book called Jackson Whites, and they're just Appalachian people.
There may be werewolves in these hills.
Tell me it's werewolves, bro.
I believe we may be looking for some kind of therianthrope.
A what?
I never thought I'd hear that word outside
Refers to a
anime.
creature that has a metamorphic ability to shift between being a man and a beast.
Oh, like Animorphs. Okay.
It wasn't as dark when he picked up the kid. And then when he looked back in the mirror, it was dark out, right?
Yeah.
Hard artichokes rarely keep.
What are you singing?
But no idea.
I couldn't help but notice that you've gotten acquainted with the Edina home.
Yeah, what is that?
Military base, about 5 miles down the road. They have a bunch of big turbine generators that get pretty loud from time to time.
He doesn't trust. I don't think they trust in that.
I don't trust him. He's one of them.
Yeah.
I've never seen a photograph of one of them.
Then you have heard the stories.
Well, Sheriff, this boy was picked up just outside of your town. And the state police...
We get our fair share of sightings.
Is it their kid?
Joseph?
Their kid.
I had a photograph of Teddy.
Oh.
It just doesn't seem like he's able to snap out of it this time. It reminds me of how he was when we first got him out of St. Clair's. I'm worried he's starting to go backwards.
I think it's starting to appear no less normal than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Ever get the feeling that doing this job just makes you less and less normal?
Absolutely.
Oh god, who's gonna crash into them? Not again! Oh.
How like 80% of horror movies start.
So their brilliant strategy to stop being investigated was to try to kill federal agents.
Yes. He's still sleeping.
Crazy.
You're supposed to be. He's relaxed, aren't you? So you can get hurt.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Uh oh. God.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, he's definitely gonna pop up in the window.
Are we there yet, Peter?
Walter, get down!
Oh.
Goddamn stormtrooper.
Another truck? Oh, he's, what?
He's fast.
No plates, no registration. We have a forensic team on the way.
Oh no, Walter.
Peter get him?
Peter. Arch Blue.
Oh.
Isn't she magnificent?
Can butterflies be asleep?
I know a certain lepidopterist who will be simply thrilled. I have to get my kid from the car.
You gotta find something else in here.
Blood. Well, I mean, butterflies drink blood.
Do they?
Yeah. They got a dead one.
Careful, Peter.
That was a dad?
Yeah, he looks normal though.
You said you shot at the creature, right?
Yeah.
He must have transformed back.
Obviously, the creature transformed in the interim. We may have found a creature with metamorphic ability.
Not that great.
He just has to publish his study and there will be cat girls in the world in 2 weeks.
First time I killed someone, I still didn't sleep that night. Or the next. I'm just saying, the first time's rough.
Is it his first time?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think
he
it's
can
safe, yeah.
scam people and shit, but oh, the wife.
You're good. Just follow the moving.
I love the cow.
Turns out the army was
Yep.
there in the late 70s.
Always the military. The military did all of this.
I have to get to work, but there's a wonderful specimen in there for my favorite fan of four-winged fauna.
The military experiment they did in Edina was called Project
Oh.
Elephant.
Elephant Man.
Walter's song.
Oh, so he's been there.
Were you involved in any military testing in Edina?
Not that I recall.
A butterfly.
Oh.
Walter, it's very sweet of you to remember how much I love butterflies, but you forgot how much I hate moths.
Did it change?
Turn to it. You saw it, Peter. It was an
That one of the people?
astounding creature.
No, I think it was a test butterfly.
Yeah. Moths are night creatures, butterflies are day creatures.
Oh.
He's transformed again.
Oh my. There's no sign of histolysis or histogenesis. Nothing to suggest a metamorphic ability.
And we'd also like to have a look at the town records. See if we can find a last known address or a photo.
Yeah, something's up with him. He looks scared right now.
No, he's helping.
This man has the exact same disorder.
Is that what you think lets them transform?
No, the mutation is what makes them deformed. I have no idea what makes them transform. I have this strange feeling that I've seen this mutation before.
Maybe because you did it.
Project Elephant. I think that's where I've seen this mutation before.
You would work on it, of course.
What are the words again?
Isn't it an anagram?
Some sort of code.
Does Harkness mean anything to you?
Harkness is a library at the law school. Song is a mnemonic, yes?
There's nothing in the tax records either. In fact, the whole F section is gone. Anyone whose last name starts with F.
You can't just walk in and check these records
What?
out.
Oh, yes. Secret stash in the vent. Devil dogs.
Oh, he stole records. That's good.
He made the records. He can steal them.
He made the people.
I understand now.
Between the years of 1990 and 2000, 17 people died, 47 people were born. That's the only change in the population.
Nobody moves in or leaves.
I've got an address if you want to meet me.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Seems a little sus.
Thanks.
You guys might have been right about this one again.
Pretty good at figuring out who done it.
Nothing to worry about. It's going to be fine.
You're wrong, Paul. They found out.
Others have come before. I'm going to take care of this.
Is it like an isolation town?
The army thought that if they could generate a massive electromagnetic pulse, then they could effectively scramble the optic nerve.
You get hit by an EMP, do you go blind for a little bit?
Sounds like it.
I don't think that's how it actually works.
This Martha and that deformed man are the victims of, or the children of the victims of that experiment.
Oh.
Is he gonna like walk over the threshold with the moth and see what happens?
Oh, it's the humming. Is it like an EMP that humming scrambling the brain, making people see it one way? Butterfly.
I see the moth.
Come here.
Yeah. Okay, it is. The EMP scrambling.
It makes things look prettier.
Yep. Okay.
Sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Huh.
Is it doing that?
It is.
Love that.
Walter, do you know who could have perfected this technology?
The guy who he consulted with.
Extremely difficult. Apart from Cobb, no one else would have the expertise. It was the scientist who dreamed up Project Elephant. He would be the only one with the imagination and the know-how.
Listen, Walter, I want you and Astrid to head back home.
What did Peter say?
He wants us to head into town to try and find the source of the electromagnetic pulse.
She's like, okay.
There's been too much bloodshed already.
Yeah.
It's just making things worse.
She's
Got
right.
your boy back. That federal marshal a few years ago, no one came looking for him, did they?
Oh.
Stick to the machine. That's your job.
That federal marshal
She runs the machine. Walter's gonna find her.
Is like Cobb's daughter?
That'd be crazy.
That would make sense.
What kind of device are we looking for?
A number of things could transmit the pulse.
Something like that?
That's just a cell phone tower.
And that's the house.
Are you sure we should just...
Asher doesn't have a gun, does she?
like this?
She's an agent. She should.
Rose. That was Edward Stone.
Yeah.
He used to carry her on the lap on his shoulder.
Makes sense.
Your mother is Rose? And your grandfather, his name was Edward Cobb?
Who are you?
Maybe come in.
No, don't do that, kid. No.
That's a respectable child.
There are
No,
vampires
it's
who
not.
dead.
You would never let strangers into your home as a child. I would kill my kid for doing that.
This is a nice, quiet neighborhood.
We don't own a camera.
No, of course. Cameras have no optic nerve. The photos would only show their deformities.
It's right
you
there.
have to go. I'm not supposed to have strangers in the house.
See, there you go. He was polite, and now he's not polite.
Is that Operation? I love this game.
I went back 30 years, and it looks like the only time the population goes down is when somebody dies.
Nobody leaves.
What about when people move?
Nobody moves.
No, that's just it. They don't.
Are you saying that you think that everyone in Edina is one of them?
Oh! Did he lean out the window with the shotgun? This is crazy. What the hell?
He's going into the basement.
He's following the hum.
Following the gigantic power cable.
Yeah, that too.
Going for the wishbone.
I never played Operation.
She's a steady hand 'cause she operates on in real life. Oh my god, I just got it.
And it happened. Walter turned it off.
Everybody's gonna look like that now.
Damn. Oh, poor guy.
What do you mean? They're trying to kill her.
Yeah, no.
Drop the gun.
Paul!
Go home, Rose.
Damn.
The original pulse deformed the whole town. My father couldn't live with himself afterwards. Came back to Edina and worked tirelessly on his machine until he perfected it. Then he offered the inhabitants a choice. Live as you are, deformed but free to roam the world, or confine yourself to Edina, where the pulse would allow you to hide in broad daylight. They realized the pulse would allow them to look beyond the horror of their deformities and see each other for who they really were.
Oh.
He chose because of you, didn't he, Rose? Last time I saw you, you were a little girl. Perfectly healthy little girl.
Damn.
This is tragic.
We were part of the experiment. Your father experimented on you? The army never told him they were expanding the scope of the test. My father tried to create a good life for me here, for all of us, and he succeeded.
Damn.
Can't they just turn the generator back on?
We need to let them keep their secret.
Dr. Bishop, 3 state troopers were killed.
And those responsible were brought to justice. You have no idea what will happen to them.
Dr. Bishop.
They will have no choice but to study these people.
Dr. Bishop, did you find the machine? The one that transforms them?
These people have been harmed enough. We simply can't.
Dr. Bishop, if you didn't find the machine, there's nothing to report.
Yeah, what a good boss.
He's always been a homie.
Why the fuck he's standing there?
Wants to see them go.
You did something brave, too. But the way you spoke up for those people, you didn't have to do that, Walter. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm glad you choose to see me the way you do.
Oof. Wow, what a message of the episode too.
Oof. That was a sad, tragic episode.
I mean,
Yeah,
episode.
I mean, it was definitely a good episode.
The biggest thing too was it was an episode heavily focusing on how we perceive people and maybe ourselves too. And the episode, obviously, these people have issues and deformities, and living in this town allows them to be normal because the military ruined their lives by experimenting, and even the scientist's daughter. And the dad wants to make a good life for her and the other people whose lives he ruins. So it seemed like, he wasn't like an evil scientist. He was actually doing it for good.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting.
That's a common trope is the scientists are looking for the benefit of humanity, and then whoever is funding the scientists.
And the military comes in every time.
Walter
and it's
Bishop.
like, this is good. We could use this.
Yeah. And I mean, it was a very good episode. They obviously went to too far of extremes to try to keep their secret because they're afraid that if anything went public, they'd be experimented on, which they're probably right about, honestly.
They're probably right about it.
I want to know why the kid was running away.
Probably because he wanted to
see the world,
get out.
Yeah. I mean, this was a very good episode for Walter too, because they said in the episode that he's starting to become more like a normal person. In this episode, even though we know he's missing, part of his brain, he is able to advocate for other people and is a great, force for that, as well as we see him act independently of Peter, and he's like, we should go look for the EMF. The whole idea too of that EMF scrambling, I don't know if the eye thing is actually a real thing, but it's a cool concept.
No, I don't think EMPs blind you.
I like how they
know that.
I don't think
You've never been EMP'd.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, you can look that up. In this episode too, we see a big growth in Peter as well too, because I mean he has to take the defense against the guy who shoots at them and he kills him. So his growth is having to cope with killing someone, and Olivia tries to help him through it, but they don't focus on too much.
I don't know if that was his first kill or not.
I think it was, but I'm not 100% sure.
Because he seemed like he was international scam artist. You're gonna tell me he's never shot someone? That's
true. I would say there's a good chance he hasn't, but there's a small chance he has based on what he's done. Broyles also came through in this episode as a great character to kind of be like, I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't find anything. He's such a great boss, and he shows that.
I mean, Broyles has always been a homie, and it was really sweet of him to do that and keep it like that.
Oh yeah, and Ashford also comes out as being obviously one of the better characters too in this, by simply also being with Walter and understanding what the people are going through, showing some great empathy, and it just was a great episode all around.
Liking butterflies but hating
words. The answers to these questions, but I'm thinking no.
Well, there's a lot of words, so I'm thinking yes.
Compelling arguments, boys.
No, but I mean, this is the whole story of this. I mean, it's kind of real in the fact that people will hide when they feel like they're deformed, and in this case, people were deformed. But that's like a deep problem with society in general. Is like if you feel like you don't conform to natural beauty standards, you feel like you're going to be a freak. And in this case, they were given the opportunity to because they obviously all feel like freaks because they are deformed. They get that luxury of feeling like they're normal, that they're conforming to those standards here, and that causes them to not leave and stay within their little micro ecosystem. And that's just kind of tragic, because it's like, what, you shouldn't feel that way.
I get it, but the problem is if they leave, they'll get experimented on. So they're right and they're valid, and Broyles was valid about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was to protect them.
Yeah, so they just, like I said, they took it a little bit too far because people realized what was going on. And
they murdered.
Because,
I mean, you walk around New York City long enough, you'll find someone that looks like that.
Well, the problem is, though, is that they don't want to be seen for their deformities. They want to be seen for what's within them. And thus, with everything's going on, it makes them feel better. And I guess it makes sense because if you looked, deformed like that because of experiments, and it's not like a species, like another creature, but actually you're a human who's deformed, if you have the ability to see kind of like your ideal version of yourself, or even there's like a more normal version of yourself, like for your life, it makes sense. And Peter was picking up on that with the census. He's like, nobody ever leaves. They're just born to die. And, why would anybody join this town? They'd probably shun outsiders.
For sure.
The Joe guy was kind of...
I think he was fake. I don't think Joe Falls exists.
Well, he's the fall guy.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. And it was interesting to see that. I mean, it also...
I still don't know why there were no Fs in town records.
Because...
They just pulled the page. That way no one could look into Joe Falls.
What was the last name of...
There's just only ever one person with the last name that started with F?
No, just the whole thing got pulled.
Yeah.
That way no one could find Joe Falls.
He's the fall guy.
The fall guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting, though. I mean, this was a big episode just for Walter because it was a lot of Walter growth in terms of him becoming more normalized and having very good opinions.
Him growing from the last time we saw, Astrid got hurt because of him. He got kidnapped, and it was very traumatic for him. And
as he says, work is what was it? Not recovery, rejuvenating,
therapeutic.
Yeah, because it's the focus, but a lot of it also helps him remember his past. Because he's like, I didn't work on this project, and then like 10 minutes later, he's like, I worked on this project.
Yeah, listen, I mean, his memory.
It's becoming a trope at this point.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about this. Oh, I caused.
Well, I mean, like he had like they tease us with like little things that remind him of like he'll like do like something, and he'll be like this song or this flavor or this smell, and then all of a sudden it'll start coming back to him, and that's because
how memory works.
It is how memory works, and it's cool to see how that function. Yeah, and he didn't have to take any drugs for it. Although he did talk about that one time he took really good hashish and saw stuff in London. And I love that for him. A werewolf.
Love that.
Which I mean, also speaking of, they mentioned Bigfoot and Sasquatch and Yetis.
Confirmed.
So like kind of confirmed.
Give me my Sasquatch.
Yeah, you get your episode eventually. Just like Eddie got his character dying.
I don't think I need to look forward to that.
I'm getting a lot of hate today.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to add though. I mean, it was a very fun episode and it felt pretty self-contained unless Walter's growth is like another thing that isn't the only thing that relates to this episode, or maybe Peter's gonna have to be coping with killing someone. We'll find out. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mikey.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Mike.
And this is Fringe. Check out Patreon for full events of this, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Fringe is starting to heat up, I bet, and we'll have some good time soon. See you then.
Bye.